Unit 1. What is problem-based learning? Note there are text and slides to support this video available at archimedes.tiki.eu. This lesson will look at what is problem-based learning, what you will benefit from doing problem-based learning, concerns you may have, and the course structure. What is problem-based learning? In a traditional learning environment, a tutor is responsible for imparting all of their wisdom and knowledge to learners during classes. Once the learning material has been delivered, the student is then given questions or problems by the tutor to assess their level of knowledge on a subject area. Problem-based learning is an approach in which a problem is presented to the learner at the start of the course rather than at the end. The problem can be defined by a facilitator or the learner themselves. The learner is then responsible for searching for the relevant knowledge required to solve the problem. The student is responsible for their own learning. This is known as a constructivist approach to learning. For example, think about times when you got a new phone or television. You did not need a tutor to teach you how to use this. You learned how to use it by viewing YouTube videos, online reviews, reading the relevant information in the manual, and through trial and error. The same applies for constructivist learning. Learning a new skill is a lot more complex than learning how to use a phone. However, the same concept can be applied. Rather than a tutor giving you the information they think you need, the learner is guided to find that information they actually need. The focus is on the process and not the outcome. This process can be applied to a wide variety of situations. What you will benefit from problem-based learning. In problem-based learning, there is a facilitator rather than a tutor who guides the learners in identifying and applying the relevant knowledge to their learning situation. The learning situation is the problem, and the knowledge that is constructed is that which is required to develop a solution. In a problem scenario, there may be a number of solutions or a combination of solutions required to solve the problem. The focus is on conducting learning collaboratively. Problem-based learning has been proven to develop the following skills. Critical thinking, the ability to make clear, reasoned judgments. Problem solving, a skill requiring a person to apply an ordered or structured approach to solve problems. Teamwork, the ability to work as part of a team and with others. Self-directedness, this is where you are motivated to drive your own learning experience. Problem-based learning will allow you to become responsible for your own learning. Set goals for yourself to enable you to assess your own learning. Build self-confidence, as it will provide you with the skills to find the material you need going forward. Teach you how to find and apply information and knowledge to solve a problem. It is important for problem-based learning to be successful, there must be trust. This course examines the traits required to become a problem-based learner. In addition, it will allow you to use problem-based learning to solve a problem in your company, while at the same time developing the above skills which are key to lifelong learning. As a problem-based learner, you might have a number of concerns with this form of learning. The transition from traditional learning to problem-based learning can be difficult. In your daily and personal lives, you search for and apply new knowledge on a continuous basis. However, in a learning context, this can be quite daunting. As a result, you'll be guided through each step of the PBL process. The notion of being given a problem before you know how to solve it can be a difficult concept to grasp. In traditional approaches to education, a tutor shows you how to do something and you mimic it using a similar problem. This can be difficult to translate or apply to problems you face in the real world. By being presented with the problem first and showing you how to gather and apply the relevant knowledge to solve it, what you learn is directly related to your daily work. You might not always solve the problem, and this might be seen as a failure. However, the fact that the solution you chose was not successful is not a failure. You'll have learned from your approach and the method you applied, and that is success in itself. Course structure. The module consists of 10 units, ranging from 15 minutes to 1 hour long. Each unit is comprised of text and video and a number of lessons. Each lesson will be approximately 5 to 10 minutes long. The units that are covered are: what is problem-based learning? Becoming a problem-based learner. Problem-based learning rules. Selecting a problem. The problem-based learning process. Supporting problem-based learning, and the various steps in problem-based learning. Clarify and define. Brainstorm solutions and classify them, and define learning objectives. Self-study, which involves identifying the information you need to solve the problem and how to gather that information. Synthesizing this information into a solution, reflecting on the approach you chose, and reapplying what you've learned to a different context. There will be regular assignments which your tutor will provide you with feedback on.